back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided I would be filming myself reacting to very unpopular opinions. So these unpopular opinions are according to research and a bunch of different, websites, or a couple different websites that I think, are pretty interesting. So yeah, I actually am opening these websites blindly and reacting to them. So this is a Reddit page with some unpopular opinions. So yeah, that's the first source I will be using. You guys can see me. Okay, so unpopular opinion page on Reddit. So being too hot is preferable to being too cold. So this person said the cold weather gets into your bones and it's impossible to get rid of any form of artificial warmth you get. From layers to central heating. Feels uncomfortable and itchy. In the heat, you can just wear a bikini and swim, have ice drinks, or in the worst cases, go somewhere with aircon. Cool clothes are far too more comfortable than the ones needed for any below 5 Celsius. Being cold also completely zaps you of energy and you just want to eat all the time unless you live in a skiing region. I actually agree with this unpopular opinion.
What the fuck?
So, my reaction is yeah, I prefer warm weather over cold weather. That's just, something. The next one. Public urination shouldn't be a sex offense. Okay, I feel, so this is my opinion, not the source's opinion. I feel public urination it can be a sex offense, but I don't think it should be a thing. Okay, so the next one is boarding the plane last is best. I strongly disagree with this opinion. Now let's read into what they said. They said, I truly never understood why airlines advertise first boarding as an advantage of premium tickets. Like, congrats on sitting on the plane longer, ? Or the people who stand in a massive line. Like, I'll sit and chill and get on the plane dead last. Personally, from experience, me and my family are pretty well traveled, I believe that if you get on the plane last, typically, there's a lot of disadvantages. You'll be rushing, you'll have to make sure you're connected to, say you have Wi-Fi and you're not connected, you have to do that. People can stand in your way, you might have to go to the bathroom. The plane could take off, or people will rush you into sitting in your seat. Someone could take your seat, your luggage might just be on the thing and people will rush you. Showing teenagers grossed out pictures of livers and lungs does absolutely nothing to discourage them from smoking and drinking. I agree. The person says they can't see their own liver and their own lungs, so there's no connection to the pictures. I agree with this unpopular opinion. I think that's what they're going for, trying to convince people to agree with them. I already agree with them because based on our society, not myself, but other people in our generation, choose to drink and smoke all the time. And no matter what picture you show them, they're addicted or they choose to. Okay, so I'll do one more unpopular opinion, and that is 90% of diss tracks in rap are corny and kind of cringy, to be honest. This person says, I'm a big fan of rap. None of the insults in 90% of diss songs could possibly offend the opposing rapper in any way unless the rapper in question is extremely sensitive. It's also just reeks of insecurity and it sounds really cringe to call it beef, when the rappers are just putting childish insults in otherwise good verses instead of resolving their conflict like normal, mature people. So I actually agree with this, but I also feel there's a reason why people put diss tracks out there that this person may not know. I feel diss tracks are put out into this world to sort of give some rappers fame, like they want more attention. So like, for example, the Jake Paul feud. I don't remember exactly who the other person he feuded with, Jake Paul versus someone like years ago. I feel, the diss tracks were just to get more fame or attention. It's not for the fact to actually cause beef. I know some people actually cause beef, like Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem, I think. I believe that was a believable actual diss track, but other ones are just for fame or just fake, Okay, so that's all I have for this Reddit website. So now I will be clicking on a different one. It's Homely Humor, the very best un-20 popular opinions. I'll pull like 3 out of this website. Okay. So, money can buy happiness. So, unpopular opinions. I believe this question is not a yes or no. Like, I believe money can solve a lot of problems. It can get people a lot of things they want in life. But I don't believe money can fully buy happiness. There's a lot of things in life that, can make you happy that doesn't require any sort of money. Obviously, in life, in the real world, having money can help you feel stable and get you, necessities to life. But I don't feel, the homeless are always depressed. Obviously they can be, but there's some out there that are just happy to even be alive or get through life. So I don't believe money can always buy happiness. So this one I'm going to read. Taylor Swift is one of the most underrated singers and songwriters in this generation. So I strongly disagree with this unpopular opinion because Taylor Swift is really overrated. Everyone knows who she is. She's dating a famous football player. She always drops albums and the Swifties are like, oh my god, I'm gonna go listen, which I'm not fully judging. I like Taylor Swift's music and I like to listen to new songs she drops, but it's not like she's underrated because everyone knows who she is. Everyone fangirls over her, so there's no way she's underrated. Okay? So this unpopular opinion I would like to share, this is the third one that I'm going to be choosing. You can have kids before you get married. So this is a very controversial one, and I believe that, for this opinion, I halfway agree, halfway disagree. I believe if you're financially stable enough, if you're with your partner long enough, and you know that you found the one, say you have a kid, and you're not the type of couple that wants to get married. You don't have the money, you don't want your family involved, that sort of thing, but you both have stable jobs, you both have the money for a kid, go at it. I say go at it. You can have kids before you get married. Obviously, in my, the way I was raised, I believe that, having kids is probably, before you get married, is not the traditional way you're supposed to, go about things, but everyone's different and has different life experiences, and they may know, some people may think life is too short to not have a kid at that point in their life, so yeah. Okay, so I kind of, read the topic underneath, and I felt like I really have to state this one. So the fourth one from this website that, originally I wasn't going to pull, but I'm going to, is this person says, I'd rather drive in silence than with music playing. This one boils my blood a lot. You must be one crazy person to rather drive in silence than with music playing. It's one thing if you're you have a passenger person next to you, or the other person's driving, and there's company in the car, and you want to talk. That's fine to turn the music down or turn it off. But if you're like just by yourself or with someone else and it's just completely silent, no music, why? Like, why do you choose to do that? I do not understand why people just sit in the car with no music on. Did someone hurt you? Like, okay, anyways, that's for a lot of people. But yeah, as you guys can probably tell, I love listening to music in the car. Okay, so I've had enough of Pomely, the 120 popular opinions. I feel like I might insert the links to these websites so you guys can go and read the ones that, you know, say if you want to debate with friends or look at what I'm looking. Yeah, you know, you can. Okay, so the last website I'm going to do is called parade.com / like unpopular opinions 175. I think I'm going to, for the last part of this video, I'm going to put 5 different, you know, controversial topics on this website. Okay. They have a whole paragraph. Okay. So the first one I definitely want to talk about. This is the first one on this website and the first one that I'm going to be talking about. So this person says their unpopular opinion is close relationships with your exes are a healthy part of life. I strongly disagree based off of my experience. My life, you know, so far I have one ex, but that relationship was very toxic, and I just think that if I even talk to him, it's just not a healthy way of life, because this person says close relationship with your exes are a healthy part of life. I think it depends on the relationship. I think if you're able to be friends with your ex, at least one of you still has feelings for the other and just won't admit it, or are pushing their feelings down, or you both never loved each other at all. And if that's the case, you know, the first thing I said is not healthy, but the second one could be. Number 2, it's better for some couples to not have children. So I think, you know, it also depends on the situation, but in my opinion, based off of what I've seen, I think 98% of people, when they have children, it brings them closer. I know a lot of people can, like, have toxic relationships that should not have children, but I think in a way, it brings your family or yourself closer to your spouse if you have children. I think some couples probably shouldn't have children if they're too young or too toxic, but I think a lot of the time when you want to create a family with your person, if the relationship is healthy, it can bring the two people closer together, because you literally have your DNA in a person, like the two of you. So I disagree with this one. Okay, so the third one that I want to talk about that someone said that I disagree with is getting married solves most of your problems in life. I don't agree with this. I can understand where the person's coming from, but I don't agree with it. Because say, like, you go and, like, shape your whole life around getting married, like, you're rushing your life away, first of all. And second of all, marriage comes with a lot of responsibilities that you didn't have before. Like, getting married, you have to, like, obviously, if your family knows your person already, that's good, but if not, they have to meet the person you're getting married to, that your parents and you have to invest in money for the wedding. You have to invite everybody to the wedding. And even after the marriage, like, you can't just be like, I'm leaving. Like, there's a whole divorce, you know, thing. But even if you were in love with your person, getting married, you know, yes, go for it. But it doesn't solve all of your problems in life. You still have your insecurities, you still have your financial needs, you still have everything in life that worried you beforehand, you know? The only thing you have is a ring and a certification that you're married to your person. That's about it. Okay, so the fifth one that I want to talk about, let me close my eyes and just choose one. Okay, 23 on this list. Giving is not better than receiving. Okay, so I really, disagree with this, but I know a lot of people probably agree. Personally, I like giving people gifts better than receiving, because I love seeing their reaction to like what they're receiving. Because I feel if I know someone really well and I look forward to buying something they've been wanting for a long time, I love seeing how happy or like their reaction to it, Like, yes, you're the one that has to pay the money and you're the one that has to take the time out of your day to get someone something. And there is a chance they may not like it, but most of the time, if you know the person really well, they'll like it and they'll appreciate it and always have a memory of you giving it to them. Personally, because obviously it's really kind of people to get me stuff, and I do appreciate it when people do, but there's always that chance like, oh, how do I react? What if I don't like it? What if I have to return it? What if it's something I don't need? What if it's something I can't use? Type of thing, or what if I break it? Type of stuff like that. And it's just awkward if you don't like it, and you don't want to seem ungrateful for something if you don't want it. So yeah, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed my reacting to unpopular opinions. Feel free to comment down below your most unpopular opinion. I'm gonna share one of mine actually, just because I thought of it just now. That I don't like mashed potatoes at all. Do not cancel me, but mashed potatoes are just not my thing. A lot of people hate on me for it, like Sydney, why don't you like mashed potatoes? I think it's just a texture thing for me, and just something, I just think they're really plain, even if I put like butter on them, whatever. Like, yes, I like fries, but fries are just like seasoned, they have the little shell on the outside. Baked potatoes even have the skin on the outside, but mashed potatoes are just so plain. Even with gravy and butter, it's just not it for me. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a good Monday and a good week, and goodbye, guys!